Hello and welcome to Queenie's Card of the Week on TikTok and your various social media platforms. Well, isn't she pretty? She's lovely. Anyway, so the card of the week from the Fairies Oracle by Brian Froud is the Pook. Yeah. So what do you think about this card? What do you see when you see this card? Well, card exists whether we like it or not. But the Pook is about paradoxes. It's about contrast in things. It's about how life is kind of full of those contrasts, and that kind of like what Abraham Hicks says, born out of contrast, you have these desires that are born from the contrast. And so we cannot there is no such thing in this particular universe as like having absolutely no contrast or nothing, no opposites, because it's just the way we are. It's the way we're wired. It's the way this world is supposed to be. It's not to pick on us or anything like that. It's to show us how to create balance in it. And the Pook is like the paradox of things, the good and bad, the bad and good. There's a little bit of bad and good, as they say, like too much of a good thing. There's a little good in bad. And that is kind of what this week is about, is that leaning into the balance between the two. So let's say this week that all this stuff that appears to be bad or feels bad is going on. And all we're focusing on is the stuff that's bad, or the stuff that's missing, or the stuff that feels like other to us. And what this card is kind of giving us the opportunity to do is to shift focus to, okay, what is working, what is good, what is. That doesn't mean that you're denying anything that absolutely stinks, but it's also, well, okay, well, this kind of sucks, but this part of it is good. And I'm not talking about saying, oh well, this really horrible traumatic thing happened, and I'm not talking about saying, well, but I learned from it, so it's okay. It doesn't mean that it's okay. It just means that there was something that was good that came out of it. Again, we can go back to kind of like the fairy godmother, where you get gifts that are disguised as bags of poop. But this is about, this week is about how we are learning that life is made up of things that are both good and bad, and you cannot dark and light, and you cannot necessarily have one without the other. And the Pook comes in to show us that. And you'd think that the Pook would be a lot, do cuter things because of the name. Because, Pook or Pookie, which I know it's a derogatory term, a slang term over in the Philippines for. But my dad called me that when I was little. So I was really hoping that the Pook would be like this, cute thing. You're going to have a cute week. You're going to have an adorable little nickname week, right? No, not so much. But it's all right, because what that means is that for all the stuff that seems like it might be bad, there's a balance of good there. There is good there. There is hope there. And it's just a question of noticing it. So keep your eye out for the stuff that's good in the midst of the stuff that might stink, and keep your eye out for the stuff that might be lurking that may not be so fantastic in the midst of something that feels like it's too good to be true. I know that doesn't sound like a fun week, but we're going to learn stuff and it might be entertaining. You never know. I'm looking forward to some entertainment this week. How about that? Last week was a little heavy. It was heavy. Anyway, I love you guys and I will see you next week and we'll talk then.